Alright, y'all, man. It's your boy Humble 2 times. You feel me? Back in that video, man. For me, follow the Instagram at Humble 2 times. And look, next today's time, I'm talking about you are too distracted to hear yourself. Now, look, for today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything, for giving myself these amazing downloads, dropping this amazing good information on me. You feel me? No cap. I'm also giving a huge shout out to everyone and to y'all. Y'all literally take energy out of y'all's day to come rock me, show me love, support. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man. So much more to love, always deeply. I'm also sending good positive energy, good positive protection, good positive feeling, and good positive energy towards everyone, always deeply. And now let's go ahead and get ready into the video. You're too distracted to hear yourself, right? So what does this mean, right? You're too distracted, bro. And this goes for myself as well, because as of lately, I've been getting off task a lot, but I'm still making sure that I do the due diligence and get done what needs to get done. Don't get me wrong, but I could have got it done if I was a lot more, being more sharper and being more focused. You're not listening to yourself enough, right? You're listening to the outside, the weary. You're listening to the outside noise way too much. You need to listen more to yourself more. Not in a narcissistic way, but in a higher self form, in a higher self way, right? You're listening to too many people too much. You're listening to too many opinions. You're listening to too many other people's thoughts. You know who you are. These people around you that you are friends with, that you are family with, that you have a deep, close relationship with, I'm going to tell you something that you need to hear. They don't truly know you. And deep down inside, you already know that. And you don't truly know them. You don't truly know anyone. The only one that you truly know is yourself and the universe. And you two are combined as one. Right? You only somewhat know people. You never truly know anyone or anything. Right? Now, well, maybe not anything, but definitely anyone. The thing is that you're getting distracted so much that you're tuning out your intuition. You're ignoring your intuition. You're ignoring the universe's signs. You're ignoring the angel numbers. But in reality, this is one of the ways how the universe communicates with you. This is one of the ways how the ancestors communicate with you. This is one of the ways how certain angels communicate with you, etc. Right? So, give more energy to you. Listen to you more. When you have a question, right, and you're trying to figure out the question, you want to know what the answer is, sometimes ask yourself the question. Say self, peace self, how do we get out this situation? Meditate on it. Sit on it. Walk on it. Work out on it. Write it down. Think about it in the shower. Answer that. Ask yourself that question in the shower. Really sit on it. Meditate on it. And your higher self, which is you, it's going to give you an answer. But when you're not putting enough energy and you're not focusing, you're not listening enough to yourself, you're not even fully hearing what your higher self, what your self is saying, what it's telling you. Sometimes the answer you need is from yourself, not from somebody else. I'm going to repeat that. Sometimes the answer that you need is from yourself, not from somebody else. You trying to ask them to help you figure out the answer the whole time. You need to be the one figuring out the answer. Sometimes you need to figure out the answer. A lot of people are guiders. They help guide one another. Rather if they're a guider or not, they're not going to do everything for you. Rather they want to, or rather if they don't. That's a part of life. Life is balance. Life is duality. Life is everything. Respectfully, of course. I say that with respect, of course. Right? Listen to yourself more. Listen to your intuition more. You just seen 111. What was you just thinking about? What was you communicating and speaking with yourself and with the universe about? What is going on up here? What is going on in here? What is going on the outside of you as well? These things play a role. Right? You need to trust more into yourself. When you start to trust more into yourself, you start to answer your own questions. I'm going to repeat that. When you start to trust more into yourself, you start to answer your own questions. Why? because you've tapped into so much faith and so much trust within yourself. You are now answering your own questions because you went deeper within yourself. We hear it a lot: go within, go within. But when you go within, when you go deeper within yourself, you unlock deeper things. You tap into deeper things. You re-unlock deeper things. Because it's already in you, but you got to re-unlock it. It's not locked, but you got to re-unlock it. Right? You see what I'm saying? You already got the keys. You just got to re-unlock it. It ain't locked. You just got to, tap back into it more. It ain't locked, though. When it's in you, it's in you. It's not locked. It can't be locked, truly, if it's in you. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people will say, you got to re-unlock it. And I said that. And I take that back. You don't got to re-unlock it. It's more so about tapping more into it. Remembering it more. Right? You see what I'm saying? Because it's still there. It's still there within you. Within self. But you got to tap into it more. Right? You're not listening to yourself enough. When you listen to yourself enough, you're going to have more peace. Why are you going to have more peace? Because you're listening to you. You're not listening to the world and what everybody got to say about you and how they feel about you. Because when you start listening too much to other people, you start thinking like them. You start feeling like them. You start moving like them. You start walking like them. You start dressing like them. You start acting like them. Your energy, your aura has now shifted, has now changed into their energy. Somewhat of, not fully, but somewhat of their energy. And you're trying to figure out why. Listen to you. What do you want to do? How do you feel? It's your life, your journey, your chapters, your book. You the author. You the narrator. You the director. You the main character of your reality. How you gonna live it? You the main character in the anime show. You the main character in the Netflix show. You the main character in the movie. You the main character in the comics. You the main character in the cartoon. You the main character. So what you gonna do with your main character energy? What you gonna do with your energy? How you gonna move? Who you gonna listen to? Who you not gonna listen to? Who you gonna have around you? Who you not gonna have around you? What you gonna watch? What you not gonna watch? What are you gonna do? What are you not gonna do? How are you gonna move? How are you not gonna move? What are you gonna see it and keep it moving? And what are you gonna see it and actually give more energy and more interest into it? Your interest is important. Your interest is imperative. Stop giving everything your interest. Because when you are doing that, you're giving it more of your energy. And you powering them up. Right? When you're interested into someone who's made it clear that they're not interested in you, and you keep pursuing it, you keep chasing it, you're leveling them up. And as they're leveling up because of you, they're looking down on you. Even though nobody is above anybody and nobody is below anybody. But in their mind, let me go deeper, in their ego, they're looking down at you in their reality. Be mindful of what you give your interest to. Stop giving everything your interest, your attention, your focus. Right? Something told you to fast today. Let me be more specific. Yourself told you to fast today. Yourself told you to take a trip alone. Yourself told you that. But you ask the people around you if it's okay to be you. And if you got fake people around you, they're going to tell you not to be you. They're going to tell you to be how they want you to be, or be something different. You can't do too much when you're being yourself. It's impossible. You can never be overly doing it when you're being yourself. You right on time. You right on energy. You doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You talking how you supposed to be talking. You dressing how you supposed to be dressing. You being who you supposed to be being. You in the energy that you're supposed to be in. Because you what? Because you being yourself. Right? Oh man, I didn't even see them over there. Right. It's not that you was trying to avoid them. Because when you try to avoid something, you give it even more attention. You give it even more energy. And you think on it and you feel on it and you look at it more and more and more. But when you focus on yourself more, when you being yourself more, you may not even realize the individuals around you until later on. If ever. Because why? Because you were so focused on yourself. You being yourself so in good energies. So you wasn't even trying to not see them. It's not that you didn't want to see those people, but you was just so naturally focused on yourself, so naturally being yourself, didn't even recognize them, didn't even see them. Right? You ever been having a conversation with somebody and you're not that interested in the conversation, so you start to think on something else. You give your attention, your energy, you give a lot of that energy to something else. They're talking, they're right in front of you, but you don't remember anything that they said, right? Because you shifted your vibration, you shifted your intentions, you shifted your interest, you took a lot of energy and you went somewhere else, right? You ever been in the classroom, the teacher talking, but you thinking about basketball highlights, so you envisioning basketball highlights, you're seeing the board, the teaching math board, but at the same time, you're not seeing it. You're seeing the basketball clips, right? The imagination is one of the most powerful manifestation elements there is, and it's one of the most powerful gifts ever. And it always will be one of the best, right? But look, man, I love y'all, man. It's so much more to love always. Deeply. I catch y'all from those on the next one, man. Peace.